Alrighty, you guys, welcome back to a brand new episode here on
The ankle.
Hey Ember.
I hate you like I'm young.
Cartman, you ate the skin off of every piece of chicken!
The ankle's a little mean.
He looks like a fat Pauly Shore.
Yo, I never f***ed Wayne. I never f***ed on my life, man. For sake, if I did, I'd menage with him and let him eat my ass like a cupcake.
So, good day everyone. I hope everyone is having a beautiful Wednesday. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for tuning on in, as always. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, like and subscribe. So, we have an upload from Poopstar. I'm guessing it ain't going to be a whole heck of a lot, you guys. It's like maybe 6.5 minutes. The title of this one is There Is Something I Have to Tell You. Weigh in episode 10. I wonder what it could be. Poopy definitely wouldn't be clickbaiting again, would she? Oh no. No, I don't know too much. To be honest, Foodie's kind of got my attention right now. I know I said like this is not a foodie channel, really. She's just kind of been popping off in her own way over there. Like, she just kidnapped a cat. There's gonna be so much to go over. But, yeah, back to Amber, I guess. Ugh, eye roll. I wonder what she's going to have in store for us today. Probably more excuses, probably another, increase in a certain number. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, thank you so much as always, guys. Truly do appreciate y'all once again. And yeah, with that, let's just dive right on in, shall we?
Hello.
Hey, Amber!
Welcome to another weekly weigh-in. So let's get into the 5 questions. What kind of coping skills are you using during times where you want to overeat? So
None.
there's a few that I use, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. It's all about practice. So sometimes I set an alarm for about 10 minutes and I kind of just like sit with the feeling, and sometimes it passes. I journal about how
No, there ain't no way that just 10 minutes is going to do it for Ambi.
I'm feeling to figure out like why do I want to overeat, because usually there's like an
That's... I ain't going to knock her there. That's a pretty good idea. Like, get to the root of the feeling when you feel it.
underlying reason. It's
I don't know if I trust that she could actually do that, but at least she's trying.
not just like, oh, I love to eat. For me, there's definitely something underlining. And sometimes journaling about that distracts me, and it helps me be like, wow, I actually don't think I need food. I distract myself with things that make me happy, like my fur babies.
Interesting you mentioned that. Speaking of which, we have not seen Wasabi in a while, and you are not clickbaiting, but like teasing your audience with something going on with Twinkie, at least. So, I don't necessarily believe it. Also, sorry, Good just decided to get up and start gnawing on something, so y'all will have to hear that.
I watch something on YouTube. I watch a TV show.
No, but she's definitely not watching reaction channels, you guys. Definitely not.
I do my Legos, things like that.
On the Legos, but you haven't given Lego updates in weeks. So, are you really doing them?
Sometimes I will literally remove myself from wherever I'm at.
Remove. Oh, so you'll go from the couch to the bedroom?
I also do this when I get extremely anxious, and sometimes that also helps then too. So for an example, say I'm just sitting in my living room and all of a sudden I just have this overwhelming urge to order DoorDash. Sometimes I'll literally just like stand up and remove myself. I'll like go in the kitchen,
5 feet away.
clean a couple dishes, or I'll just be like, hey Twinkie, do you want to go outside? Or
Yeah, she definitely doesn't.
I'll go into my room.
She definitely doesn't, because that saying alone would spark a dog's interest if it was used to that, right? Right?
Like I'll literally just remove myself. These things are definitely easy.
Remove myself, but stay in the 1-bedroom apartment. Gotcha. Amber, go the fuck outside.
Easier said than done. You just have to be kind to yourself and patient. And
I don't think you have too much more time for patience, girl. Okay? I think you've been patient with yourself long enough.
it's like that muscle. The more you do it, the better you get at it. Why do you watch healthy eating content? So
Ain't no one asking her that. Ain't no one asking her that.
it's not something that I like search out, but if it pops up and I happen to see it and I don't skip through it, it's usually because it's motivating me to be healthier. Like,
Oh, I bet.
I love a good meal idea. I need inspiration in that area. Does Mama Lynn
She needs inspiration for literally everything. That's why nearly every video now is a freaking Q&A of some sort. My God, dude. I mean, it's a way for her to control the narrative as it, like, happens. So, like, I see that, I guess. But it's just so boring, dude. It's so boring.
ever discourage you from making bad food choices? No, because I think she also understands.
I'm going to cut her off here, but I'll let her finish in a sec. She knows the type of evil that you are. That's why. That's why. And thank you to whoever did remind me of this. I know it's been a minute since we've seen like an active, I guess, aid in her disordered eating and her addictions. Like, we haven't really seen it since Beck, you know? I mean, Emily was a go figure. But the idea of like her enablers, it isn't enabling if it's in survival. And if Mama Lynn feels like she has to walk on eggshells with her own daughter because of her daughter's terrible piss poor attitude and behavior, then that's Amber's fault.
She does sometimes try to encourage me to like cook more instead of ordering takeout as much. Why
Oh, but I thought you only ordered it like 2 times a week, Amber. Oh, we threw that out the window? Oh, go figure.
didn't you know you had hyperthyroidism in the past?
Because she doesn't regularly see physicians.
So usually your doctor decides what labs they want done based on the things that you guys talk about. That appointment was very hyper-focused on weight loss because I was talking to him about Zepbound. And I was telling him about how difficult it was for me to lose weight. Like, he knows about my lipedema, my lymphedema.
I'm sure, dude. I mean, from having eyes alone. But... But also, like, you can't go probably 5 minutes without mentioning it.
My menopause, hysterectomy, etc., etc. He knows about all that. But he was like, when's the last time you've had your thyroid checked? And I was like, when I was 15, because that is the last time. And when I had...
I don't know. I feel like it would have popped up if she was regularly seeing someone.
checked when I was...
And you know what? Hold on. Let me give her the benefit of the doubt here. Okay, so you've had this doctor for a while. Why is it just now that you're coming up to him about weight loss? Huh? Why'd you go to all those other med spas all those other times for it then? Huh? Yeah.
15, like, it was fine. And he was like, oh, we should probably check that. So that's the only reason why we checked it. And turns out, yep, hypothyroidism.
What's with the smacking? What the fuck? She must be lying about something then if she's smacking that much. It just makes me not trust her automatically.
Why do you look at yourself when you're eating on camera?
Oh, because she's a feeder and a feedee.
So I think it's just a natural habit that us YouTubers have. I don't like watching myself eat. It's nothing weird like that. It's kind of just...
You're just staring at yourself constantly? Well, not if you face your phone the other way.
It's like, where should our eyes go? So let's talk about the goals that I had last week. It was to keep a food journal and to take my medication. And I did both of those things. I noticed that keeping a food journal, I do eat...
I think she's gotten better with the eye thing. I don't know which way she films now, but it seems she looks more in the camera than before.
Eat a little bit more than like my body feels, because I'm telling you, at night I'm like, oh my god, why am I so hungry, blah blah blah. I was able to look at my journal and be like, well, you kind of ate a decent amount, so why are you hungry, Amberlynn? But if it wasn't for me having the journal, I wouldn't have had that answer.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. God, dude. So you're telling me you can't remember all the junk you eat in a day? Just on your own? Okay. Okay.
In my brain, I would have been like, maybe I didn't eat much today. Let's have something else. So it was nice to have awareness throughout the week. And then taking
That shows how disordered your thinking is
my
already.
meds on time and when I'm supposed to. It's been really easy because I got a pill organizer. So my goals for this week is 1, keep up with the medicine, and 2,
That shouldn't be a goal. That should just be a given. The fuck?
start using my Owala water bottle. Oh, I finally drank.
Fucking A. My goal for the week, I want to use my new water bottle. It's stupid. Stupid.
The rest of my actual like plastic water bottles that you buy at the store.
Wow.
And I bought a reusable water bottle that I can use.
But let me guess, like 6 Amazon boxes today.
And so I've been drinking 2 water bottles a day, sometimes 3, but usually 2. And that's about 30 ounces of water. But my Owala is 40 ounces. So my goal is literally just to drink 1 of those a day.
Girl, you still need more than that, but pop off.
And then eventually move on to 2.
Oh,
I want to talk
okay.
about how
It's been like over a month of her doing 2 water bottles. Like,
my week went. So some days were better than others because the beginning of this week, I was having a lot of mental health. I have been having.
okay, you need to, again, we need to learn how to actually speak about these things in, I don't want to say a professional manner, because I don't believe in all that, but in a manner that conveys the actual seriousness that you feel. Because I've been having mental health. You sound fucking dumb, okay?
A lot of mental health days that have been really low. And I have been like
That's a better way to say it.
catching myself, not really caring about the food that I'm putting in my mouth. Yes, I am trying harder. Yes,
Oh, wow. Well, Amber's trying harder is a whole hell of a lot of nothing, so.
I'm also adding healthier foods to my diet, but there are some days where I definitely emotionally ate. So if I am being quite frank with you guys, I'm noticing that I'm not being as transparent or as vulnerable or as open as I would like to be.
Wow. Who could have thought? Has Amber been lying this whole time? Oh.
In my weigh-in videos or my what I eat today videos. There are things that I want to say, there are things that I want to talk about, but I'm not.
You're not, because you feed too much into other people's opinions. She doesn't want to know what reaction channels are going to say or what her own audience will say, and she just can't stop herself, you know? I guess that's the point that we're at. She absolutely cannot stop herself from feeding into the drama.
have the biggest wall up, like literally, it is made of the
If you stopped listening to all of the noise, and I'll include us in there as well. We are part of that. If you stopped listening to all of these outside influences, Amber, you could feel more connected to yourself, I guess, even though you cry and complain about how you don't know who you are outside of any of your relationships.
toughest brick you've ever been able to like get your hands on. It is made of metal. It is 1,000,000 feet high
What the fuck is she talking about?
and 1,000,000 feet wide. Like, you can't get past it. And I genuinely think it's because of all the backlash that I receive. My issues with my weight, my struggles with
Again, she feeds into it though, so like, no, pun intended, I guess. She feeds into all of it, so if you didn't do that, again, maybe you would be doing a lot better. And you can feel connected with your audience without having to have a direct and immediate conversation with them also. I think it's maybe a little bit difficult to do, But you can do it.
Food, my issues with my mental health, and my struggles with how that reflects in my food, whether it be due to trauma or
Again, go see a therapist, go see professionals.
just issues that I have in general.
You're almost 35 years old now. We should know by this point that it's not going to be done just by you yourself, and that's fine. But you have to recognize that.
Is not perceived in the way that it should be. People are too harsh, too mean, too cruel, and it's pushing me away without a doubt. So,
wow, I don't care. That's not our responsibility.
I am thinking about stopping the weigh-in videos.
Ah! Oh, you guys! 2019, 600 pounds, 600 pounds, 600 pounds. No, that feels a little grim, but oh, y'all, we are climbing. We're climbing. And now that people are like, well, if she keeps gaining, she's definitely with Emily still. Well, I guess we won't know.
And I'm thinking about stopping the What I Ate Today videos. It's something
You should definitely stop the What I Ate Today videos. Those are just gross in general. No one fucking cares about that.
that I truly have to think about and decide.
You should.
Because I need to protect the little bit of sanity that I do have.
Where? Bish, where? Sanity, where?
I'm just not met with kindness in an area of my life that is not impacting anyone besides myself.
No, but you think all the trolling is somehow going to impact us. Yeah, you have a real shit attitude when people give you actual helpful advice.
I can't imagine
Just because it's not wrapped up in a pretty little bow.
ever being mean to someone or cruel to someone or saying harsh things to someone.
Mr. Snowflake, cue all of the fucking clips of her being a nasty see you next Tuesday. Holy fuck. What?
That is just simply struggling and documenting that online.
Okay, Amber. Okay, your issue is you turn your struggle into a struggle for everyone around you. That's the difference, okay? Most people don't come online just to bash someone who is genuinely trying, okay? But Amber, can you sit there and stare yourself in the fucking face and say you are genuinely trying? Can you? I don't think you can. I think even her deluded ass can recognize that.
Regardless, let's get into the actual weigh-in. So last week I was 516.0, and this week I'm 513.8. I'm down 2.2 pounds.
She took a shit.
Not mad about it because I did have a little bit of a fluctuation last week. This might be a fluctuation this week. Who knows? Anyways, I'm gonna go. Hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Are we fluctuating down at all, though? We're just kind of still wavering in the 500s. Lovely. Hypothyroidism isn't going to maintain 500 plus pounds, let me at least tell you that. You have to be kind to yourself. I wouldn't consider somebody who is 500 plus pounds as someone who is kind to themselves in any way. True. Take us swimming or to a pool class, to an art class, to volunteer with you at an animal shelter or homeless shelter, or to the food bank, to a makeup class. I would love if you changed it up a bit and did something different once a month. Oh, no, she won't do that. Absolutely not. Way too much effort. Underlining. It's underlying, girly pop. Imagine keep taking prescribed medicine being one of your weekly goals as a 35-year-old adult. No, that's what I'm saying. Get a treadmill to walk on while you watch your shows. Well, see, the issue with that is she is too heavy for most treadmills. So people aren't cruel. They are honest. It is not our problem that you cannot take constructive criticism. Vary that. And decide to keep being deluded and a troll or try to troll about it. Show us your Uber Eats account. Same story, different day. No, for real. You want to overeat because you have no self-control. I'm having a lot of mental health. No, seriously. Amber, real talk, every time you feel this urge, drink water and go for a walk. That's what I'm saying. It's underlying, not underlining. This is the actual look of someone spiraling out of control. You literally filmed these right after your members only lives. You think? You are so low effort, it's embarrassing. English versus Amberlyn. She's been talking about healthy coping tactics for years and is still 600 pounds. Amber, please ask your therapist to help you differentiate between cruelty and honesty. Cross out condition. YouTube does not support underlining. Enough Q&A, they're boring, no for real. A lot of people struggle with mental health and can't use that as a constant excuse, very that. We still have to go to school and work and be proactive members in our community. Grow up. I think having a wall up on YouTube is a good thing. There's so much we don't need to know, and that's alright, very that. I will say thyroid can go undiagnosed for a long time because labs don't always show it. That's so true. Okay, well, at 500 plus pounds, they should have been checking her regularly for basically just about everything. Just in case you don't have 6 minutes to waste, she tells us nothing. Amber, some of us have been watching you since you were 300 plus pounds. We've seen your progress and decline. We've heard everything you've said to us. People are not strongly critical for no unwarranted reason. You've dragged many through the hope for your health and improvement and left us muddy and exhausted. That, I'm sad to say, is on you. The responses you get. Notice how she said DoorDash and not what she actually uses. Uber Eats. Oh. Keeping up with taking prescribed medication and drinking out of a water bottle are not goals. That's called being an adult. Underlining, have you ever had your hearing checked? Same story, different day. Here we go again. It's because it's been 10 years. The answering questions no one asked era is not it, boo-boo. The same 15 pounds you keep gaining and losing for the last 3 years, lol. Hello, it's ready. There's something underlining. How dare you say that when we all saw how you treated Beck at their lowest, very that. Say you have no life without saying it. You can look in the mirror and see that you had too much, no need for journals. Oof. Alright, this will be the last one since it's a long one. Imagine this woman telling us she doesn't love to eat. Honesty has never been in the room. Lots of people love to eat, and there's nothing wrong with it. We are evolved to enjoy eating. You love to eat. 99% of your life is food. The problem is that you are addicted to food and use it to regulate emotions. That doesn't mean you don't love to eat. It doesn't mean you hate food. Jesus, just try being transparent once, ever. The transparency does take honesty, and someone that can't even be honest to themselves obviously can't be honest with anyone else in their life. So that's on her to figure that out. But yeah. I'm going to get this edited and sent out real quick. I hope everyone is having a beautiful, wonderful day as always. Thank y'all so much. This will probably be the last upload for today. We'll see. Maybe Foodie will surprise us with something. Who knows? But thank you so much, you guys. Truly, can't thank you enough. Every day, it's very rewarding getting to do this and just getting to interact with you guys and read all your hilarious freaking comments. So I truly do appreciate y'all. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Like and subscribe, become a I hope everyone has a beautiful, wonderful rest of their Wednesday, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.